Moving towards a stable JavaScript API, new changes in React Native 0.80. In React Native 80, we introduced two significant changes to React Native's JavaScript API, the deprecation of deep imports and our new strict TypeScript API. These are part of an ongoing effort to accurately define our API and offer dependable type safety to users and frameworks. Quick takeaways: deep imports deprecation. From 0.80, we are introducing deep deprecation warnings for deep imports from React Native package. Opt-in strict TypeScript API. We are moving to from source TypeScript types and a new public API baseline under TypeScript. This enables stronger and more future-proof type accuracy and will be one-time breaking change. Opt-in via compiler option in your project's tsconfig.json. Will work with the community over time to ensure that these changes work for everyone before enabling the strict TypeScript API by default in a future React Native release. What's changing and why we are moving to improve and stabilize React Native's public JavaScript API. That is what you get when you import React Native. Historically, we approximated this. React Native is authored in Flow, but the community has long since moved to TypeScript in open source, which is how the public API is consumed and validated for compatibility. Our types has been lovingly community contributed and since merged and aligned in our code base. However, these have relied on manual maintenance and no automated tooling, introducing correctness gaps. Additionally, our public JS API has been poorly defined in terms of module boundaries. Example, internal React Native libraries deep imports were reachable by app code but could frequently change as we updated these internals. In 0.80, we are addressing these issues by deprecating deep imports and introducing a user opt-in to a new generated API baseline in TypeScript. We are calling this our strict TypeScript API. Ultimately, this is the groundwork to offer a stable React Native API in future. Deprecating deep imports from React Native. The main change we are making to our API today is deprecating the use of deep imports RFC with warnings in ESLint and JS console. Deep imports of values and types should be updated to React Native's root import. So something like this. This change reduces the total surface area of our JavaScript API into a fixed set of exports which we can control and make stable in a future release. We are targeting a removal of this import path in 0.80. Opting out, please bear in mind that we aim to remove deep imports from React Native's API in future releases, and this should instead be updated to the root import. So you can check this, like you'll have to change all this particular bit of code, and this is for expo as well. Okay, strict TypeScript API opt-in. The strict TypeScript API is a new set of TypeScript types in React Native package which can be opted into via a tsconfig.json. We are shipping this alongside our existing ts types, meaning you can choose to migrate when ready. The new types are generated directly from our source code, improving coverage and correctness, so you can expect stronger compatibility guarantees. Restricted to React Native's index file, more tightly defining our public API and meaning we won't break the API when making the internal file changes. When the community is ready, the strict TypeScript API will become our default API in future, synchronized with deep imports removal. This means it's a good idea to begin opting in as you will be ready for React Native's future stable JS API. Breaking deep imports are disallowed as above. Types under the strict TypeScript API are now only resolvable from the main React Native import path, enforcing package encapsulation per our above deprecation. Breaking some type names, shapes have changed. Types are now generated from source rather than manually maintained. In doing this, we have aligned differences that have built up from the community contributed types and also increased the type coverage of our source code. We have intentionally updated soft type names and type shapes where there was scope to simplify or reduce ambiguity. Example, stricter exported symbol. The linking API is now a single interface rather than two export. This follows for a number of other APIs. Example, fixed more complete types. Previous manual type definition led the opportunity for type gaps under generated flow TypeScript. These are no longer present and at source benefit from Flow's additional type validation for multi-platform code. Other breaking changes, please refer to our dedicated guide in the docs which detail all breaking type changes and how to update your code. Rollout, we appreciate that any breaking change to React Native will take time for developers to update to their apps. Now opt-in launch 0.80. The React Native strict API opt-in is in stable in 0.80 release. This is a one-time migration. We aim for apps and libraries to opt in at their own pace over the next couple of releases. Under either mode, nothing will change for your app at runtime. This affects TypeScript analysis only and will take feedback on missing APIs via our dedicated feedback thread. Future strict TypeScript API by default. In the future, we will require all code bases to use strict API and will remove legacy types. The timeline for this will be based on community feedback. For at least the next 2 React Native releases, the strict API will remain an opt-in. So here are some FAQs as well. If you feel free to go through this, how this will impact you if you are a library maintainer. Does this guarantee a final API for React Native yet? And why isn't React Native written in TypeScript? Thanks. These changes were made possible by IO Plaza, Jakub Pieski, David Meleki, Alex Hunt, and Ricardo Sipaleski. Thanks also to Peter, Ruben, and Rob for their additional help and input. You can also watch the talk which was presented at AppJS 2025. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.